Hey, are we back on for the second live stream ever? Hey everyone, going to do another live stream, more professional, more prepared this time. Yesterday was really fun. I'm waiting, for the video here to pop up. Link it to Twitter this time. Yesterday I just went off the YouTube algorithm only, and I also got to get my chat here. Chat on the phone. Looks like YouTube is not behaving, showing me that my live stream is up. Hold on a sec. I promise you it's going to be so much better than yesterday. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. This is all good stuff. I'll mute that. Oh, we got Paul and Nay already. Holy. I got good stuff. I got the Athletic article that I stole. You're not going to get this anywhere. You're not going to get pirated material anywhere. I got Hockey Reference, Cap Friendly Open. I got an interview with Andre Tourigny you guys might have missed. I got a lot of good stuff here. I got Reddit open. Just hoping YouTube would show my video so I could put it on Twitter. There we go. This is what happens in the background. This is how the sausage is made. All right. Just bear with me here. Should I put a photo? I'm going to put a photo this time. Great to see Paul in the chat. He wasn't here yesterday. He's a big Arizona Coyote fan. Huge. Haven't heard his thoughts. Haven't read the Discord lately. Been too busy. I didn't even capitalize the tweet. All right. We'll start with the article. I got notes this time. I'm not playing Pokemon this time, folks. I swear to God, I got beer in the fridge. This stream might get weird if we allow it to. Sometimes people win money. There's still a bet for Star Yotes from yesterday. Might get $15 if the Arizona Coyotes stay in Arizona. Looking forward to your video here. Thank you, Paul. How you doing, buddy? From Vochta Blasic. Crazy name. And JF says, hey. So we'll get into it. The Discord has been filled with anger. Okay, we'll take a look at that too. We'll get a sneak peek into the PHNX Discord that you have to pay for. Might get in trouble for that. Who knows? So this is the article from The Athletic. We got 5 people here. These lucky 5 people are going to get it live. But a lot of folks watched the VOD from yesterday. So, that's some good stuff too. So let's get into it. This is The Athletic article that was posted today. There's something interesting here. Ties into that Arizona Sports interview with Andre Tourigny that no one's really mentioned. PHNX mentioned it today. I haven't mentioned it in my video, so a good tidbit here. So let's get into it. What had already been a long, punishing season for members of the Coyotes turned downright cruel on Wednesday when the floodgates opened on news of the NHL's ongoing discussions to potentially relocate to the team to Salt Lake City. Potentially. Maybe I should capitalize that word. The news broke hours before Game 79 of a campaign that has been incredibly trying on Coyotes players and staff. Not only have they continued to play out of a Spartan College facility, is that Spartan College, where they aren't the primary tenant, that is true, but they've done so amid a swirl of different reports and rumors about the future of the franchise. The weight has already been crashing down on players over the past several months, according to former teammate Matt Dumba, who was traded to the Lightning on March 8th, who also has 1 assist in 24 games. They didn't put that there. It's definitely being felt, Dumba told The Athletic. It's being felt every day you step into Mullet. It's not easy for those guys. I feel for them. The uncertainty of what's going to happen ahead, it just can linger, when stuff doesn't go good. It's a little more prevalent. It's a bit of mental warfare for those guys. Great use of the English language right there. The Yotes' future still hasn't been settled. Players have been told they could remain at Mullet in Tempe next season. This is like the first confirmation since all those rumors yesterday that they still might play in Mullet next season. Crazy that he just puts it in there. If the current talks about relocating to Utah break down, according to multiple sources close to the situation, and so it couldn't have been easy for them to take the ice Wednesday night against Vancouver, with all the rumors. Great game. I could talk about the game too. Yes, I did watch it. Still, they won 4-3 in overtime and left all of their talking on the ice. The team's public relations staff defied NHL regulations by keeping the dressing room closed. This was proven false by Craig Morgan on PHNX, saying there was no one there was no interviewers. They were trying to catch a plane to Edmonton because they play against Edmonton Friday night. Okay, so Arizona didn't hold a practice in Edmonton on Thursday and will face the Oilers on Friday. Speculation around a possible Yotes move intensified in late January around the All-Star break. Remember all those rumors? The same context of noise, but less intensified than yesterday. After that Salt Lake City group submitted a formal request to the NHL asking the league to open an expansion process that could bring a team to Utah. Notice how he says expansion process. So in January, it was expansion process. Now, everyone's talking about relocation. It noted that they could accommodate an NHL team as soon as the next season using Delta Center. I'll grab that Delta Airlines picture later. I was supposed to have that ready. A week later, NHLPA Executive Director Marty Walsh teed off on Arizona's inability to make progress on a new arena of its own while speaking to reporters during the NHL's All-Star Weekend. The next deadline for me is tomorrow. It's now. It's right now. All my homies hate Marty Walsh. Well, some do. I went too far. All of that coincided. This is the big tidbit I was trying to get to. This all coincided with the start of a stretch that sunk the Coyotes' season. Dumba believes the Coyotes played some good hockey during that 0-12-2 stretch from Jan 24th to Feb 29th, but were hampered by ongoing number of off-ice distractions. Just the uncertainty, not knowing, I don't think anyone knows. It's tough for guys with families or guys who have been down there a long time and have their houses. You just never know when that could be pulled out from under you. This hasn't happened in the NHL since 2011 when the Thrashers moved to Winnipeg. It's almost done, folks, I swear. That offseason move came almost entirely out of nowhere. According to then Thrasher Evander Kane, he recalls hearing some rumblings is about, Evander Kane's experience, I guess. Everybody thought if anybody was going to go first, it was Arizona, Kane said. Jeez. And they're still here today looking for a home. Oh, man. Kane, not a good look. As a player with just 2 years of NHL experience and no deep roots planted in Atlanta, the inconvenience for Kane at the time was relatively minor. He was renting an apartment and had to break a lease, part of the scramble to move north. This is just Kane. I don't care about Kane. Oh my God. And then Matthew Nyes had a comment today as well. Not Austin Matthews. Imagine if Matthews stepped forth like the second face of the NHL next to McDavid, came out and said he's not happy. The NHL can't do this. They got to fix it. They got to find some way to make it work. Imagine if Austin Matthews came out and said that. It'd be a different tune, and I'm sure the NHL would tune in. But when it's Nyes doing it just doesn't have that intensity or weight to it. So Nyes says, I hope they can stay there, but it's out of my control. Not really too happy about the situation, but it is what it is. And then I don't want to hear about Kane anymore. And then that's pretty much it. I'll read a little bit more, I guess. Before moving to Mullet ahead of the 2022-2023 season, the team constructed dressing rooms. I can't believe we're still talking about those dressing rooms for 4 games. Dumba actually chose the Coyotes over multiple other interested suitors as a free agent last summer. He owned an investment property in Arizona. We know that after falling in love with the area. If the rink was figured out and everything else, it would be one of the best places in the NHL to play. I agree. If you could figure that out, you'd be bagging guys in free agency. It would be pretty easy. I don't think you'd have to twist too many guys' arms to go live in Arizona. So the interesting tidbit, I'll get to the chat. I'll scroll through everything, don't worry. Was that losing streak, the 14-game losing streak. Sure, I would say most games they were totally dominated by the other team. There were some close games here and there, but the fact that those rumors around the All-Star game intensified and they came out of that All-Star break and went on that 14-game losing streak, that speaks volumes. And honestly, that's really unfortunate and kind of scary that rumors can just totally nosedive your NHL hockey season Like they were in a playoff spot at that time, and the fact that other people are just on social media like derailed the Coyotes season. I disagree with that. Obviously, there's problems with the team, the roster construction, the defense for sure. But just the fact that those rumors were weighing on them and affected their performance, like, this is getting pretty serious. And yeah, that's not great to hear. And so now we'll hear what Andre Tourigny had to say. I'll get to the chat first, and then we'll go for Andre Tourigny's interview. Oh boy, a lot of talking. I just watched the PHNX video from today. Nay says, PD makes a good point. They don't have new arena plans either. I'll get to all of that. I got the Salt Lake City Arena holds 11,000 people comfortably, and it's the 30th oldest arena currently in the NHL behind the Saddle Dome and Madison Square Garden. It would be the third oldest arena, and they're getting an arena in 10 years for the Olympics. You're just jumping from you're jumping from a frying pan into the fire, as they would say. Farm reviews. Is this farm reviews? Damn. I may have made it. I've always been optimistic about the Coyotes, but man, this is the first time I feel like we're truly going to lose them. Agreed. There's still a chance they stay, but it's not looking good at all. That's a good point. Paul, I will never forgive Marty Walsh for his prominent role in the death knell of this franchise. Yeah, you could point a finger at Marty Walsh for derailing the Coyotes' promising season. Jack Bone, this is so sad. It's not looking hopeful. Keep your chin up, Jack. Hey man, how are you? From Steven or Stefan. Thank you for the live stream. Hope things work out in your favor. Hope they can stay in Arizona. Feel for passionate fans like yourself. Thank you. We got Jason. I feel sorry for what fans the Coyotes do have, but it is beyond time for them to leave. Oh, that's a troll. First troll. I streamed for 2 hours yesterday. 0 trolls. And looks like Jason, a bit of a mild troll. Maybe he's just being honest. There we go. We got Star Yotes again. The Coyotes finally have such a good young core. The future is so bright, and we need them to stay. And they will stay. This guy is away with words. I'm telling you. Never seen this guy comment on my videos before, but he's got away with words. Paul, I still remember when Luke Lipinski, who was right here. Luke's right here. I remember when Luke reacted on May 17th, 2003. Holy. Just hours. 2023. Just hours after the Tempe vote. He was angry then. He should be even more right now. So let's get into this Andre Tourigny interview where he talks more in depth about, how those rumors around the All-Star break derailed the Coyotes season and how they learned from it, I guess. You made it 14 games. I hope to God you learned from it. And he's comparing those rumors and how they handled it with a 14-game losing streak, and is comparing it to last night where they had a great game, one of the best games in his mind, yesterday against Vancouver. So let's get into it.
On the Arizona Sports Line right after last night's win over Vancouver. Coach, thanks for the time. How you doing?
Very good. Sorry, guys, I'm late.
Oh, you're good.
So good, bro.
Let's just start with the win last night, beating Vancouver. That's a really good team. I know you had talked, to your team about how to approach that game.
Am I allowed
what
to
did you
do
see
this?
from your
I don't
group?
even know.
Unbelievable, resilient, focus, really competitive. Showed a lot of pride. I think I'm really proud of them. I think that this year we talk a lot when we had distraction before. We did not react the right way, and we got disturbed basically, and we have some regret about it. So I think yesterday was an unbelievable commitment. Was a lot of work, a lot of battles. I'm really proud of the way that the guys react.
Bear, I have to ask you this because obviously being a former, I know, you're already left.
Maybe for fair play use, I gotta comment, I guess, to not just steal the video. But yeah, so that's Andre Tourigny saying how he was very glad how the team responded to the adversity of the off-ice noise this time compared to last time when they went on the 14-game losing streak. I'll decide not to play the whole video, but he also talks about the families of the staff, and he goes into pretty deep detail. Like, some staff members are divorced, some staff members, their significant others have jobs, and do they have to move? Some staff members, they have kids in school, do they got to take them out? Like, what if the staff don't want to go to Salt Lake City? What if the staff, they're 60 years old and they can't find another job and they're 4 years from retirement and they weren't supposed to look for other jobs? He also mentions like 30 staff members aren't under contract next season. He doesn't give specifics on what type of staff those staff are. But he goes into like the human side a lot. You can go watch the full video after the stream. It was Arizona Sports with Wolf and Luke. And why is my video playing? All right. This is we'll go to Reddit. We'll go to chat. You're good. I cannot imagine how Bear is feeling right now. Getting the players motivated is a monumental task. Yeah, I agree. And he's handling it pretty well. And if anything, they probably should have lost in regulation yesterday for that good lottery odds. But I'm always happy for a win. I thought the second and third period, the guys played. Second period, they played good. Third period, they played great. First period was, a wash. The classic rope-a-yote. I thought Gunther, Cooley, and that Krause line was exceptional. That line made them win the game. They were dragging the whole team. Like the Keller and Schmaltz line last night, they couldn't really make hockey plays or offensive plays or skillful plays in the offensive zone. They kept overhandling the puck, but Gunther and Cooley, Krause, they were so confident. Even Krause, I saw a lot of passion from Krause last night in that game. You can tell there was something to fight for Krause. Steven, I like the jersey, by the way. It looks awesome. Always look professional when you wear it in your videos. Thank you. Yesterday I wore a t-shirt. But I'm definitely feeling much hotter in this jersey, so it's gonna be a rough one. So let's get into the Reddit comments. Again, put things in the chat. I'll read every single comment. Get my mind going on what to talk about next. The top comment in that Athletic article I just read was, I don't really get why there's so much focus on players when the ones who are truly screwed over are the team employees and fans, which we just talked about. Schmaltz and Kerfoot are the only players with a no trade clause, and even those are only 10-team lists. Every other player is always at risk of being moved somewhere else. Relocation is any different than a trade for the players. True, but when you sign a contract, you don't expect teams to get relocated. That shouldn't be a thought you have when you're playing hockey, because it hasn't happened in 13 years. I guess you can make the argument that if you play for Arizona, that's always a risk, but you're always hopeful. Like, it's a great place to play, great fans. They have an owner with money. I'll rephrase that. And yeah, sure. I guess he's right. There was always a risk, even though I think the risk is low. This is a very personal comment. I'm not going to read that. Let me find that the Delta Airlines picture. Hopefully I didn't like anything weird the past 24 hours. What do I do? Go to my likes. Did I like anything weird? No. I barely use Twitter. Likes. Hopefully I liked it. It's from Loyal Sif. Here we go. Here it is. Loyal Sif. That's not. This is bigger. This is the arena, folks. This is Salt Lake City Arena. Preseason game this past summer against the Knights and the Kings. And you can't even see Dylan Gunther go top cheese and score 4 points on a goalie. So, and like I said, going to be the third oldest. Why is Emma Watson trending? It will be the third oldest NHL arena if they do end up playing at Salt Lake City. Like, this is unacceptable. It doesn't make sense. Like, none of this really makes logical sense. I try so hard to steelman my opinions and be like, okay, where am I wrong? But the NHL is going to forcibly move a loyal fan base team to another market that hasn't had an NHL team, that has way less of a population than Phoenix, that has problems with seat capacity, that has problems with sight lines, and they're going to need a new arena again. And that new arena is going to be built in 2034 for the Olympics, so that's for sure 10 years away. And the owner isn't even paying for that arena. It's going to be tax dollars from Salt Lake City. It's like you're just creating the problem again when there's a clear path we have. And I don't know what went wrong. Like the auction date, June 27th, that's it. You go through that. If they lose the auction, then for sure, do what you need to do. And right now, like I said in my yesterday's video, my opinion about all these rumors is that right now they're contingency planning. They're going through all the nasty details. It's a lot of sensitive information, a lot of sensitive topics in these meetings. They need everything figured out. Lawyers, paperwork, designs, team name, who's paying who, conditions. They need all that done by June 28th. Because the next day after the auction, if they lose, the NHL steps up to a podium and announces the team, and all the paperwork was done. They had that contingency schedule as well. That's my opinion about all this and what should be happening. But if these rumors have any validity, the fact they're going to pull the Coyotes from Arizona before the auction and then give them a team in 5 years just doesn't make sense. I talked about the splintering of fan bases. If you forcibly take the Coyotes away before the auction, this is the options the fans have. You have me, who will follow them to Salt Lake City if the team stays intact. If every player goes everywhere, then I don't know what I would do. Then you have fans who would just choose a different NHL team to follow. You have fans who will go into hockey coma for 3 years. Or you'll have fans that will say, I'm done with hockey forever. And then you're going to come back in Arizona and try to win them over again. And then try to be like, hey, we won't do what we did 5 years ago. Like, it just, when you think about it and talk through it out loud, it just, no logical sense. And now they're also reporting today that Tucson, if the Coyotes move to Salt Lake City, Tucson Roadrunners will move to Mullet. So then now the city of Tucson loses a team too. And then who's going to go to Mullet to watch the Roadrunners? It'll just be like a slap in the face. Sure, the team's going to be exceptional next year with Geeky, Lamoureux, Duda, Zuber, what have you, Julian Lutz. But you're just watching the pipeline for a team that you don't have any connection to anymore. It's just a lot of headaches. Let's go to the chat. Farm Reviews. Is Farm Reviews, I got, like, do you have 1 million subscribers? Like, channel activity? Oh, no. Okay, you just have a really unique YouTube name. Feels like Footprint Center all over again with Delta Center. Farm Reviews is right. This picture is why the Coyotes can't play in the Phoenix Suns arena. It can't hold that many hockey fans because the sightlines like this are inexcusable and unacceptable. Imagine you paid $200 to sit there and you can't even see Dylan Guenther go 5-hole on a breakaway and win the Stanley Cup Game 7 overtime. Nay, home of the Utah Grizzlies. Sure, yeah, I'm sure that's true. Paul, preseason game is one thing, but 41 games a season in that building, unacceptable. True. What you're saying is true. I just got to say, it's ironic we say that even though we play at Mullet. Just got to put that out there. Haters crap on Mullet, but at least that has no obstructed views. Yeah, that is true too. So yeah, you corrected me. Like, even though Mullet doesn't have the capacity, every seat in the house is like worth $1,000 of entertainment value because you're never going to go up close and personal with NHL stars like that anywhere else. So good points. Maybe I should read comments fully before interjecting. Connor, I don't understand why they gave them all this time to get this land auction going, then get the auction date, and now they choose to sell the team. what was even the point then? Agreed, it makes no sense. And if you follow the Athletic article, it was that Salt Lake City owner was open to expansion process. That was January. Now we're here, we're talking about relocation. It's like, what changed? And if anything, things got better since January. We have a concrete date. We have all these things in motion. You got to let it play out. You can't do this right at the finish line. Oh, we got Rudy. Real life. We got real life friend. Great insight. I was looking forward to your thoughts. Howl. Thank you, Rudy. Steven's going off in the chat. I know it's off topic, but want to ask which jersey that you own is your favorite. Yeah, it's the Desert Knights red Arizona jersey, which, jinxed the team because I made a promise right after the Tempe vote I wouldn't spend any more money on the team, and I didn't until I bought that red jersey. It was on sale. Had to do it. And, jinxed the team, I guess. Paul, the Coyotes leave. There will be no appetite for the NHL expansion team. I agree. Why would anybody support the league after they betrayed the fans? And exactly. It's not only the ownership that needs to buy back the goodwill from Arizona residents. It's the actual NHL. Like, this is not a smart business move. And at some point, you got to think about the human cost and not just the financial cost. Like, the amount of negative goodwill this will cause is worth billions of dollars, like at least $2 billion. So you got to do some math there. They got to have some human cost math going on at the NHL for sure. There's no human math that says this is a wise business idea. And, yeah. So another note in reference to that Andre Tourigny video, ownership still hasn't talked to staff, still hasn't given any updates. Now, that sounds bad, and it is bad, but there could be a chance that the NHL told them or made them sign a non-disclosure where they can't say anything. They can't say, no, this isn't happening, because it is happening. And everything's behind closed doors. Nothing is solidified. Everything is fluid. These are ongoing talks. So maybe the Coyotes can't even say anything. And the NHL itself also gave a no comment too. So I know it's tough. I know it sucks. But you never know. Like in Javier's interview with ABC News last week, he even said himself, we couldn't talk about the auction. We couldn't say anything. That's why they were so quiet from the end of last summer up until January. Like, they couldn't say anything because it's a process. It's government. It's a lot of things, and you don't want to ruin your chances of a plan going through because you opened your mouth. So they do cryptic tweets like Arena with the googly eyes. So there's that. I'll go to the Coyotes subreddit because I was talking about ownership, and now you got things like this, which I don't know how to feel about this. Where's the other one with like 100? Yeah, right here. Hundreds of comments. You don't see more than 10 comments in a thread on this Coyotes subreddit. So F. Morello. Before I get into it, I'm not saying all these people are dumb. I'm just saying, what are they going to do if the relocation doesn't happen, the auction goes through, he wins, they play at Mullet for 4 years, they build the arena, and they're there. I know it sounds like a pipe dream, but he saved the franchise. So you're going from F this guy, screw this guy, before anything's like official, before you're jumping the gun here of like, screw the ownership group, I'm done with them, never giving them my money. Like, what if this is all really just noise? And then you gotta like sort of save face and be like, oh yeah, I take all that back. I was just being emotional. Like, I don't know how that works. That's why I'm trying to keep an open mind. So the moderator says, if he sells before the land auction, this entire sub turns into anti-Morello sub. I agree. If this is all true about, selling for a profit to make money and this and that, and the auction doesn't go through, then for sure he deserves all the hate. But for right now, nothing is confirmed, so you can't really do much about that. Second one. If we get an expansion team, it needs to be a clean break from the old regime or it will never work. I agree. That's what I've been talking about too. I'd rather not have a team if it meant him getting what he wants at this point. Same thought here. If this team is sold off and Morello has any ties to a future expansion, they'll get zero support from me. And I'm sure a lot of people in Arizona will feel that way. If we get an expansion team and the current franchise is relocated, then it will be our future generations because I am out. That's good. Would you prefer the expansion team still be the Coyotes brand or a different one? Fred and I were just talking about it and decided to rebrand, move on from the Coyotes. Phoenix Roadrunners, colors and all. That would work. Yeah, Phoenix, like if you rebrand to Phoenix Roadrunners, I guess. This guy says, new name, new owner, new colors, new everything. I love the Coyotes name, but it doesn't have much else going for it at this point. And it will have even less if they're sold and relocated. I'll miss the Kachina, though. Yeah, man. Even just the jerseys. You're losing these jerseys. The NHL's got it. They got to do math. All right, we got a comment from Subway Surfer Fan. I just hope we, as the fans, are not going to be in the dark gray area until June 27th, not knowing what the future holds. I guarantee you, April 18th comes and it just goes. And we don't find out about anything until like 10 days before the auction date. He can take his plans for an expansion team and shove them up his behind. I can't even fathom how the NHL thinks the fan base would willingly open their arms and wallets up to the same guy relocating the Coyotes. Agreed. I'd make a bet that's more likely if the team moves. He flounders around half-assedly with the new arena, then abandons a project in about a year. He cashes out $500 million and we get nothing. I can't help but think that's just the NHL paying him lip service to encourage him to sell. It would be unprecedented for the same owner who relocated a team to come back to town with an expansion team. Yeah, it's never happened before. And why is this even a train of thought by the NHL? It's not logical. Like, please think it through better. I don't think Bettman is that stupid. I don't either. If this happens, I hope Morello goes off somewhere and we never hear from him again. Nay. I heard we would keep the Coyotes' rights to name logo. Yeah, I heard that too. I think the ownership group currently will own all Coyotes brand and hold on to it for 5 years. Maybe they just turn the Coyotes into a clothing line. That would be sad and hilarious. For 5 years while the arena's getting built, they just turn it into a clothing line. That seems plausible. All right. I worry about the future of all hockey programs the Coyotes support around the valley. I talked about this yesterday too. There's so many minor hockey groups in Arizona that are all propped up because the Coyotes are in Arizona. If they leave, all these minor hockey leagues and groups and sheets of ice might like go bankrupt and the desire for hockey might just go away. Agree. That's why I am all for any kind of expansion team ideas if this is all true. I don't know that the Sun Devils will be big enough to step up and support the ice stands and our youth programs. I hope the league, if they really do still want this market, is planning on somehow getting Alex Morello out of the expansion sweetheart deal and finding someone else. Who would that be? That's the problem. What about Mash Ishbia? He's always around rumors. Okay, nay, the NHL would keep it technically, but not Salt Lake City. Yeah. More specifically, the ownership group wouldn't keep it. I guess NHL would keep it and not use it. Paul. And what is even more infuriating is that the NHL is brokering a sale of this franchise while being open to expansion again. Atlanta and Houston clamoring for a team. Such a joke. Yeah, not sure what the NHL does here. If they go to Salt Lake, that's still 32 teams. If they relocate, it's 32 teams still. Then you get Houston and Atlanta's 33, 34. But then you're promising Alex Morello and Arizona team makes it 35. And no one likes 35 teams. So then you need another team. So what's that other 36th team? Is it Kansas City? Is it Quebec City? Is it, it has to be somewhere east, because Houston and Salt Lake, yeah, who knows? It's too much. It's just too much. I'm sure the city of Tempe, Scottsdale, and the Maricopa County government in general are excited they lose this professional sports team. Nothing brings excitement to the valley quite like opening another Fry's grocery store, build 200 additional stucco homes starting in the 500,000s, another QT, another Circle K, 5 car washes, and an indoor storage facility to bring money and jobs to the area. It's funny. Okay. What's disappointing is we have a competent GM that's building something the right way, and it's possible we don't even get to see the finish line. Yeah, I think that's the worst thing. Because, I even today I was thinking about, okay, I'll follow Salt Lake City. Hopefully all the players go. I'm sure guys like Keller will leave to St. Louis. Schmaltz, he's on no trade clause, so I guess he has to stay. But wherever Bill Armstrong goes, I would want to follow him. I think he's a great GM. I think he's underrated, and I think he executed this rebuild perfectly and didn't tie any emotions to the job. He had to make some hard decisions, and he did them. He traded a captain in his first year of being a GM and started the rebuild off, the right way. So, yeah. I didn't Kansas City, in my opinion. Dante Drake, we failed you in English class. Okay. Guy does not... Sorry, that was so mean. Guy does not deserve a second chance at this. F him. It would be his 4th chance. Auction is 3rd chance, in my opinion. Yeah. Let's not forget Javier. Yeah, hating on Javier, man. I don't know. I really liked his ABC interview. It was honest. It was fair. And they actually acknowledged relocation for the first time ever. If he or the NHL think we will support his future expansion team, they're sadly mistaken. It will not happen. I'll be 100% honest. I won't be mad at him if he actually manages to build an arena and there's a team there eventually. Wow, okay. We got an opposing view here. I guarantee the league has been threatening him over this situation, and this is the middle-of-the-road solution. Tempe was his failure, absolutely, but if the new arena expansion stuff is true, I'd be willing to accept it and move on. Wow. Very mature. That being said, it's also highly likely he just bails with his sale money and never follows through on the arena. They're also saying on PHNX he owns land in Reno, Nevada, and he's trying to build a hockey arena there. Maybe he buys an American Hockey League team and puts it in Reno, Nevada for the Utah team. You never know. Okay, he edited his comment. Dante. In my opinion, in Kansas City, we'll get a team. Oh, so he thinks there'll be a team in Kansas City. Okay. Jeez. All right. So that was yesterday's F. Alex Morello. Let's go to today's. And there's this picture too. Jeez. I don't know, man. I'm not there yet. This is unconfirmed. Yeah, I read this comment earlier today. I don't know where this guy's getting it from. But listening to Daily Face-Off, I assume, for the first time ever today, they're saying now that the team wasn't paying hotel bills and required payment up during the season. I don't know what FTG means. Fuck, F this guy above. But 30 men of them just saying the name wrong had me a little triggered. Yeah, I think that's just speculation. I'm sure the players and staff would have said something. I'm sure Matt Dumba or Zucker would have said, we weren't paying hotel bills or something. Maybe the players don't even know. That could be true also. Morello will move on business-wise. It just sucks for all the employees, fans, youth hockey players, all of it. Thanks to Schott's efforts. He was a big supporter in youth hockey in Arizona. Matt Schott, I believe. Thanks to Schott's efforts, they support girls and special needs hockey. Those grants go a long way for those organizations. I'm all about this thread because it was never about the team and fans for him. It was a play for a sports book and a commercial real estate move. I agree, and we'll talk about that. I hope that Armstrong and Bear get some good opportunities from all this as they have earned their next deals. This team deserves a modern owner who still lives and dies with the results like Mark Cuban, Foley, Vivona, Vinnick. Instead, we got someone who is slightly above John Spano. I don't know who John Spano is. So what's he talking about here? It was the play for the sports book. So yes, if everything fails and they relocate, it will go down on Alex Morello that he failed because the hockey arena and the Coyotes weren't his primary goal. It was about securing land. It was about opening up a sports book of his own. It was about opening up condos. It was opening up restaurants, entertainment centers. It was about everything else but the team. If he only cared about the team, PHNX, even today, they mentioned how there were so many arena sites that the team looked at, but said no to all of them due to all these little wrinkles. So yeah, they could have played in Mesa. They could have went to Salt River. There were so many other options, and they just cared about hockey and the arena. They could have got it done, and I think that will be his downfall if they ever have to relocate. What was going on with my sitting there? Okay. Yeah, F this guy. I tried for years to keep the team here while basically every entity that stood to losing anything had all gone the way, and many that stood to lose nothing. Tempe wanted its landfill. Scottsdale wants the land to remain desert rather than give our guys a nice place to play. It's like no one wants the Coyotes here while he tries to stay. Yeah, I disagree. Like Tempe, the governing body of Tempe wanted the Coyotes, and everyone was on board. They voted unanimously that the Coyotes' plan was amazing. It was exceptional. A plan like this doesn't come so often. It was a once-in-a-lifetime deal to get someone to pay themselves to clean the dump, remediate the land and build an entertainment complex and bring in a professional sports team. Tempe, the city, they wanted it. And then just the voters got fed misinformation and ownership group dropped the ball on the politics of it all. And that's when it went south. The city of Tempe itself wanted the team. And then Scottsdale and Phoenix, if they weren't getting the team, they're going to do everything they can so their neighboring city doesn't get the team. Like a bunch of politics and positions of power. Okay, Paul. Actually, the development Alex Mello wants to build in Reno includes a 10,000-seat arena for the University of Nevada Reno basketball team, not hockey. Incredible. Talk out of my ass and someone corrects me. That's what we like to see. Also, Paul, there is new hockey arena in the state line, Nevada. It is for the East Coast Hockey League team. So a lot of hockey is growing in Nevada, it seems. Starry Oats. Until they announce the move, I will have faith they will get it done. But if they leave, I'm done with the NHL. Even if we get a team again, we lose our bright future. Yeah. Like getting an expansion team in 5 years, having to go through an expansion draft, and it's never going to be like the Vegas draft. We've seen so many expansion drafts fail. Seattle was close to succeeding, but again, they're struggling. It's hard. So, you're basically promising another rebuild once the team comes back in 5 years, which this Arizona fan base is not into another rebuild. Like, this was supposed to be it. All right. Whew. It's nice to see some reason. It's nice to see some reason. Anyone who is sad about losing the Coyotes could always go watch the landfill instead. What is this team supposed to do after losing out on 17 arena sites? What's the magic number before a team is supposed to feel wanted? 20. Feel unwanted. Yeah. Craig Morgan said it on the show, and this guy watched the show too since he made the comment 30 minutes ago. It was about 17 arena sites. The Coyotes, not just this ownership group, all ownership groups. So 30 years, 17 arena sites. And like 10 of them were this ownership group. Let's look at Twitter. 28. It's like gambling. Like I said yesterday, we're gambling here for good content. Oh, my bad. Okay. Everybody loves Raymond. Why? What's going on here? Good luck to Matt Matika. See, the Arizona Coyotes Twitter account still tweeting. We'll look at them later. But he's in the Final Four. Miko Matika. Who does he play for? Denver? Yeah, DU is Denver University, I assume. Yeah, he's having a really good season. Always great that prospects are in high-pressure tournament games, just like Dylan Gunther with the World Juniors, the Memorial Cup. Same with Logan Cooley. He was in the championship NCAA game last year. And so was Sam Lipkin, who actually won it. Nice Photoshop. He's never worn has he worn this jersey? Maybe. Where's Arizona? Okay. What are you guys saying? They retweeted Coyote Central? Isn't this just a fan? Per my insider source, wanted to share this quote with the fan base. I know we are dying to hear anything. Let the fans know we hear them and we are doing everything we can to keep the Coyotes in Arizona with a forever home. We feel their pain, it sucks, and we are sorry they have to go through this. What? Is this real? When was... I never saw this. Is this today? 1 hour ago. So I haven't seen this. What is Coyote Central? I know that's their streaming site, but this is a fan base, a fan-made account. Yeah, 400 followers, Patreon. What is happening? 8-year Coyotes hockey journalist on Instagram. All I can say, Yotes fan, is I know your pain, sadness, and frustration right now, but don't give up hope yet. I believe in what I've been told. Who is this guy? What is... Guys, this is why I do live streams. Just like, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what content is going to happen. It's like gambling. When you see 28 posts from Twitter and you open it, boom, content. What do I do with this information? Why are they retweeting a 464 follower account saying he has insider information? Let me read this again. Let the fans know. So this is an ownership group or someone close to the ownership. My knees are gonna not work. Like, I can't bend my knees for 2 days straight. Let the fans know we hear them and we are doing everything we can to keep the Coyotes in Arizona with a forever home. We feel their pain. It sucks. And we're sorry they have to go through this. This is not real. I can't believe they retweeted this. What are Who is this guy? Okay, let's read the quotes. This should be great. This guy's the most known troll ever, Ryan Zanato. If you see him, he's the biggest troll ever. Law, you just made this shit up. Morello has already checked out. The Coyotes just retweeted. What are you talking about? I guess they're quoting the fan post, not the retweet post. I appreciate this, I do, but man, do we need to hear from them directly. Tiger Woods, we'll take care. We'll take great care of them for you. That's Utah. Coyotes ownership. So that means this is coming directly from Morello. So why doesn't he publicly say it and put his name to it? I'm not wanting you to doubt you, but the question stays the same. Like what I said, maybe they're legally not allowed to talk about it because it's a lot of sensitive information going on right now in those meetings. All right. Pockets Jazz. We are so back, baby. Thank you for joining the stream again. I remember. Don't worry. I follow Coyote Central Instagram feed. A Yotes fan in Canada is a rare gem. Thank you, Nolan. I think the official Coyotes Instagram posted the same statement too. I'm not opening up Instagram. You don't want to know. No, I'm joking. I haven't been on Instagram in 3 years, but I don't want to even see what my recommended homepage is. Alex Morello Jr. is running the team's Twitter account, isn't it? I've heard that speculation as well. it will never come out and be 100% true. Craig Morgan has said it depends on the time of day if Alex Morello's son is running the Twitter. Oh, Paul. Sir, I owe you an apology. If you see me sound off on the trolls in your video comments, it is because of how they attack you and the team. Do not worry about me. I have thick skin. You don't have to fight my battles. Like, it's fine. I know it's sensitive and it hurts maybe to read it, but I'm okay. Dante Drake, I hope the Coyotes stay in Arizona. Thank you, Dante. Thank you. Great name. Eric. What does Eric say? I got 21 concurrent viewers. If it hits 25, I'm grabbing a beer. And this stream gets weird. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe this is a Cleveland Brown situation. Sell the team for $1 billion. Salt Lake City agrees to a new identity. A stadium is built. An expansion team is granted using the same Coyotes name, logo, and uniforms. We've talked about this. This doesn't make any sense. And I did... Yesterday I was trying to find out how much Alex Morello paid for the Coyotes in 2019. And it is actually $1 billion. So if this is true... from Nevada Sportsnet, he's not profiting. He's breaking even, which shows me too that Alex Morello probably isn't ecstatic about selling a team and isn't in a rush to do it. He's not. I thought he bought the team for $675 million, but they're valued at that. But if it's true he bought it for $1 billion and then 5 years later he's selling it for $1 billion, that's not a good business sense. And Alex Morello doesn't seem like the type of guy to do that. So, yeah. Just an update from yesterday. Let's go back to that tweet because I can't believe it's real. Maybe don't blast that out with the quotes Coyotes ownership until it's an actual official statement from Coyotes ownership. I agree. Insider sources are simply hearsay until fact. I agree. So maybe make that per insider source. Did that come from Alex Morello? If not, then meaningless. It also means the NHL is squeezing. It's nice to hear. I guess we just have to wait until the season ends. That's great. That's a great way to think about it. This current Coyotes team or none at all. The fans have stuck with this team and invested into this team. No one's sticking around for a possible expansion and another decade of losing hockey to wait for it to build to what we finally have now with our young stars. Wonderfully put. You're going to wait 5 years for the team to come back, then wait at least 3 years for that rebuild, just to have what we just have now, just to be at a point where we are now. It just does not compute in my brain. I think I need knee surgery. All right. Oh, we got Lana, who wanted to be in the stream yesterday, but didn't know. Or Elena. How would you feel if this ends up being some cruel April Fool's joke? I mean, yeah, I really do all hope it's a joke and we forget all about this June 28th. The two podcasts from PHNX Sports do not sound good. Okay. That's quite a statement from Silva Throne or Thorn. Dante, I remember when the Coyotes played in American West Arena. Talking about America West Arena, have you guys seen this? Delta Arena. Maybe we have some new viewers right now. The NHL's trying to relocate the team from a 5,000 seat arena that's brand new to a arena that seats only 11,000 people, and you pay $200 for a seat and you can't even see Dylan Guenther shoot short side blocker in a 5-3 win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, unacceptable. And it will be the third oldest NHL arena if they do relocate there. It would be younger than only Saddledome and Madison Square Garden, which is unbelievable. It's like 85 years old. How old is Madison Square Garden? 85? 1925? I don't even know. Just tell me the answer. 1870. I just got 3 different years. 1968, 1871. 1925? Whatever. Back to the chat. Paul, I don't remember him buying the Coyotes at $1 billion. I don't either, and I went through all the 2019 articles that had the press release. None of them listed the price. So again, I'm going off that Nevada report. I couldn't find any article saying he bought it for $1 billion. No article the day he bought the team said how much he bought it for. They just said 95% stake. So I don't know. I'm here to keep hockey in Arizona. Thank you, Prescott, who has a Vegas Golden Knights logo. AT Sports Guy is someone that put his heart and soul into supporting the Coyotes and even covering them on Locked On Coyotes. He is feeling a lot like I am. I agree. I didn't even know Locked On Coyotes was streaming yesterday. Like, I woke up this morning and it came on my feed. I'm like, they were streaming at the same time as me? I didn't. That's just a coincidence. 1968 is the age of the current Madison Square Garden. Goofy Goose. He bought them for $300 million. Said it on PHNX podcast. Okay. This is the first time ever I'm wrong. I didn't hear that. I watched it today. I didn't hear them say that. I don't know. I wish they would just say it. Like, why would this... Like, I'm a nobody with 18 people watching me. This is an organization. Why would they lie? Do you think someone just goes on the internet and just lies? Okay. Here we go. Forbes. I should have checked Forbes. Alex Merlo may get the Coyotes for roughly $300 million, 2019. So he is right. Goofy Goose. Okay, so I retract what I said. So he's making a big profit then. So he is probably in a rush to sell if he wants to go that route. News broke the other day that the sale of the Yotes to businessman Alex Morello has been approved. There's been no news of the price, but I've made a ton of calls, and I believe I have a pretty solid number. Even this guy doesn't know, and he works for Forbes. Let me start by predicting the headline price for the Arizona Coyotes will likely be somewhere between $400 and $450. So why is the article titled 300? That is likely what will be reported in much of the media if and when the deal closes, but the enterprise value, the true sale price, is going to be closer to 300. This makes no... Just say the number. Just give me a number. In December, we valued the Yotes at 290. Oh my goodness. Man. It's going to be hard for Alex Morello to turn down a $500 million profit. I'll tell you that. For sure. If everything... If they're saying the relocation is true and he does sell the team, for sure I'm on that bandwagon of F this guy. But nothing's confirmed. We just got to wait and see, I guess. Prescott. As a Canadian, yeah, I love the Coyotes to stay in Arizona. I know I'm a VGK fan. I love watching the Coyotes on my time off from VGK. Thank you, Prescott. Wonderful words. We got our second troll. How are we? Is this an hour in? I can't even tell. So 2 hours yesterday. Let's say an hour today. This is the second troll from Tony. Team needs to go to Houston. Tony, they're going here. They're going here. You're going to be sitting in this seat after spending $200, and you wouldn't even be able to see Cooley score a hat trick, dangling Darcy Kemper on his last, game in the NHL. Okay, let's go back to this tweet. I still can't believe this happened. How did they retweet this? Like, why would you retweet this? Oh my God. The Coyotes are not beating the Bush League accusations, lol. Retweeted an ownership statement from an account with 445 followers. That's what I'm saying, man. This guy got it right. Why are they retweeting a 464 follower account? I'm so glad you tweeted this, but the Yotes reposted. They can't be serious, man. This guy had the same reaction as me. That's funny. Again, though, this easily could be them talking about expansion version in 2027, as Gambo reported and hinted at yesterday in regards to their Twitter. Sure, they want to keep the Coyotes in Arizona, but not the current Coyotes. Like, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of too. All this mixed messaging is just muddying the waters. Like, what if ownership group does sell the team, and then Alex Morello and Javier come out and say, well, we said we were keeping the Coyotes in Arizona, and we are in 5 years. If they do that, that's a nightmare, man. We will take care of them and rebrand and be better. Marissa Plant. No. That's not it. Ownership caused this by not paying a tax bill on the home they had. They also tried to weasel out of vendor contracts. This guy drank the Katie Strang juice from that article from 4 years ago. I wonder if our hockey posted this tweet. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, my God. Reddit's going to rip them a shred. Should I even open this? Oh, my God. Goofy Goose. Oh, we got Xander back with that incredible name. Xander, team needs to relocate north of Phoenix, not Salt Lake City. Xander also says, I think you're right about them reposting it to get around the NDA or something. Agreed. There has to be NDAs. There's too much sensitive information they're talking about. 2 more viewers, I grab a beer. We're at 23 viewers. 2 more. Prescott. Us hockey fans are doing everything to keep the Yotes in Arizona. I agree. There's also a bunch of fans on Twitter that are compiling a bunch of messages for ownership. I'm sure something will come out of that tomorrow or Saturday. Goofy Goose, thank you again for correcting me. I feel like the retweet and not posting it themselves is that they're not very serious about everything. And yeah, they don't say keep the present team. They just keep saying keep Coyotes in Arizona, no timeline or anything. Again, goes back to the comment. I don't even think they're allowed to comment on this whole situation. Let's get ready to read these 24 viewers. If it hits 25, I'll grab a beer and then read this Reddit thread. Like, that would be funny. That would be crazy. For sure, this is going to get lit up. I know there's hockey going on right now. So maybe not a lot of Canadians. Look at all these 7 o'clock games. Okay. Shooter McGavin. Sorry, man. Yes, it's the end. Say it ain't so, Shooter McGavin. Lana. Is it possible that the NHL may be relocating the Arizona Coyotes to Utah temporarily until the new arena gets built? From what I've read, the NHL disapproves of the Coyotes continuing to play in the mullet. They will keep the jerseys, logo, and name in Utah. This is a great comment, and we could spend time for that 25th viewer talking about this comment, because someone yesterday had the exact same comment, and I forget who it was. Maybe it was Pockets Jazz. This is the most logical solution if the NHL doesn't want to spend another second in Mullet Arena. I know it will suck, for sure. This is not the best case scenario for Arizona fans who live in Arizona. The best case scenario is to play at Mullet for 3 more years and everything is smooth and they get the new arena. I think the second best option, and I know it will hurt, is they temporarily play in Salt Lake and then go back to Arizona once the arena is ready, and then Salt Lake gets their expansion team. I think that makes the most logical sense. Unfortunately, it doesn't make any financial sense. And if money didn't exist, that option would make too much sense. But the fact that money exists and ego exists, It just won't happen. It's too much like who gets the money. It's just too muddy with financials. If you eliminate financials, I love that temporary solution. But the best solution would be stay on mullet for 3 years and build the arena. That would be my second best option that I would take in a heartbeat. Shooter McGavin. Yeah, but Utah's going to draw there. Will be in going back. Shooter McGavin, did you see the arena? Shooter McGavin, you're gonna spend $200. This is your seat, Shooter McGavin. This is your seat at Delta Arena Center in Salt Lake City. You're gonna spend $200 plus beverages and food, and you're not even gonna see Keller scores 50th goal of the season, going forehand, backhand, roof daddy, redeem Verbata like. That's your future. That's it. Okay, let's read that Reddit thread. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be juicy. Yeah, this is a copy pasta from the Tampa Bay. When Tampa Bay got swept by Columbus. That's funny. This reads like an executive description of what the statement should be, but instead of writing a statement, they just published this description verbatim. Intern said, fuck it. Gamer intern move. I love Reddit. I should just live stream and read Reddit. Because you'll just see me laugh. Because I think comments are insane. They forgot to put it through ChatGPT. Yeah. It sucks. Business that is currently trying... I can't even finish reading it because I know it's funny. It sucks. Business that is currently trying to convince one city to commit to a $100 million arena and also convince someone else to buy them for a cool $1 billion. Oh, man. Using the word sucks is so funny in this situation. I 100% agree. Why do they claim again? Oh my god, work. So this is like Inception. A fan account posted this blurb and put Coyotes ownership saying the Coyotes ownership said this. A no-name fan account saying and claiming they have insider information. But the official Arizona Coyotes socials reposted it. They reposted a quote that said it sucks and has her name on and has the Coyotes ownership name attached to it. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. It just kept getting funnier and funnier. Blows major ass, gobbles donkey balls. It's giving, and that will be a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again vibes. True. It's Arizona. It's right there, man. It's right there. You thought too hard. You thought too hard. You thought too hard. There's something about the official Coyote social media sharing something from an unofficial source and then seeing this screenshot from a Reddit post when it could have just been reposted is peak social media. I agree. Social media is just brain rot. It's hilarious. Alright, pockets, Jazz. No, we got Goofy Goose. I don't think this will happen because Ryan Smith won't want to waste money on a team that doesn't belong to him unless Morello also pays to play in Delta Center on top of paying for Mullet. No. Alex Morello is not giving anybody money. Pockets, Jazz. What if the NHL removes the expansion fee for a potential Utah team? If they house the Coyotes until the arena is ready, that way Utah garners hockey interest. Pockets Jazz needs to work for the NHL. They understand. They get it. That's great. Okay, so the Coyotes will win the auction, and in those years to build the arena, the Arizona Coyotes currently temporarily play in Salt Lake City for 3 years They do a temperature check on hockey, and then after the arena is built, the Coyotes go back to Arizona, and then the Utah Jazz owner gets a hockey team with no expansion fees or a discounted expansion fee. It makes sense. The downside is for sure Arizona loses a team for 3 years and players have to go to Salt Lake City. I mean, they have to go to Salt Lake City anyways if this is all true. So if this is all true, yes, that is my second best option. First option is play a mullet and wait for the arena to be built. Isn't that the old version of Reddit? Yes, I am an old man who likes old Reddit. I know nothing about Coyotes ownership, but everything I hear come out of them makes me feel like they run a team like a rich kid whose parents bought it for them, so they had something to do. That's very, very true. They said owning a hockey team in the desert would be an easy way to make money, but it sucks. Oh my god. I know the owner's son runs their social media accounts, but it never fails to amaze me just how unprofessional their social media presence is compared to other teams. Yeah, it's true. But did you guys hear? $1 billion. It sucks. Super angry. Wiping tears with $100 bills. We're totally in this together, except for the $1 billion part. Yeah. Yep. Can I ban people from chat? I'm not, I'm just asking. The thing is, Salt Lake City population won't be invested in the Yotes, so it won't show the real hockey market because it's not their team. Fair, but at the same time, if they know going into it, they have 3 years to temperature check if they get a hockey team. Knowing that it won't be their team, they won't get emotionally invested, but they'll still go to games and... Yeah, it's all messy. It's all muddy. That's why none of this makes sense. Like, yeah, it's tough. Like, nothing makes sense. Just let it go to the auction. Let them win the auction and just build the arena. Because even though what you said was a great alternative scenario, you keep talking about it, thinking about it. It keeps making none of these options make sense. Like, the more you talk about it. I can't even wait for the press release about all the details on what's going to happen. It's going to be like 8 pages long. Absolutely in favor of them getting an expansion team if they have an arena in a good location, but they simply can't play a mullet for the amount of time it would take to build. I feel terrible for Coyotes fans. I would be crushed if I were in their shoes. Agreed. I wasn't expecting "it sucks" to be in the statement. Are you really doing everything, Coyotes ownership? Have you tried being somewhat competent, paying your land taxes, finding an NHL arena? Well, they are in the process. Boss, what do you want me to tell the fans? Let the fans know we hear them. Gotcha, boss. Or it's like, boss, what do you want me to tell the fans? Tell them it sucks. Gotcha, boss. Oh, we got a new guy here, George. They're not going to move the Yotes to Utah for 3 years, then go back to Arizona. Not going to happen. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's a good scenario to think about, and why not? It's not like the existing rumors sound good either or make sense either. Like, nothing makes sense right now. The only thing that makes sense is to just let them go to the auction. That's it. Why'd this guy get downvoted? Fuck Morello. Okay. The team is relocating to Utah, and we have to make this post to make it seem like we're doing everything in our power to keep them in Arizona. We are cooked. No, I disagree with that. But that was a wild tweet. Oh, so it seems like Matika is going to the finals. Let's watch this overtime goal. Oh, what a snipe. Okay. Yeah. Too much Paul Bissonnette, eh? Okay, come on. Roulette, roulette, roulette. Here's John Spano again. I guess he's an Islanders bad owner. What is this? All right. What else we want to talk about? So we know Alex Morello paid about 400-ish million for the Coyotes and is rumored to sell it for $1 billion. Still haven't even went on Cap Friendly or Hockey Reference today. Here's the arena again. I got notes. I can look at my notes. Hold on, my chat. Gotta get my chat back. All right, talked about how the Roadrunners will be playing at Mullet if the Coyotes do relocate to Utah. I wrote down beer at 25 viewers, and we're at 21. Sorry. Arizona ownership still hasn't talked to staff or players. Like, that's hard to even talk about. Like, it's hard to even say. Like, if it's true they have NDAs and they can't talk openly about it, it sucks for the staff and it sucks for the players that they're just kept in the dark and they just got to keep going to work. They just got to keep going to work and hoping every day. What will happen to fans who are threatening Morello and hating on Morello and the auction goes through? I talked about that. Like, what sort of mental gymnastics are the people right now hating on Alex Morello and the ownership group and saying, I hate him, F him, I'm done with him, he can go kick rocks? What did those people do when and if the auction goes through and the arena gets built? Like, and they play in Mullen next season. Like, do those fans say sorry, or do they just, do mental gymnastics and say, that was the old me? I still miss my Thrashers. Yeah, that's tough. I can't even imagine. Well, I'm living it. Seemingly living it. Hockey can succeed in Arizona. They proved it in the first 10 years. They should have stayed in their arena they shared with the Suns. Yes, but just like the Delta Arena with the bad seating, and then they were going bankrupt, and then some owner bought them and moved them to Glendale because he was like Alex Morello and wanted an entertainment center and only cared about land and condos and restaurants. Like, that's a tale as old as time. Paul, when Key Arena was renovated in the 90s before the Sonics left, was that Seattle Sonics? Yeah, there were obstructed views on the side, too. One reason why Seattle wasn't getting a team until a new arena was built. Okay, that's great. Another valid reason as to why is the NHL going to this Delta Arena Center when there's obstructed views and could only hold 11,000 comfortable hockey fans, and it's going to be the third oldest arena in the league. Like, there's precedent that the league wants new arenas, good experiences, and every experience to be the same. So, okay. But can you imagine the meltdown from the worst corners of the hockey community when they announced Atlanta and Phoenix as the next expansion? I mean, the mainstream, loud majority hockey community is always going to complain about any expansion in America that's not in Canada. Obviously. Okay. Reddit. No. Rewatch that. What's the Coyotes Reddit talking about? We could watch the hockey guy thing, but I feel like I'm just stealing his video. What do I even do? I just begun watching hockey not even 4 months ago. I always liked hockey, but never actively followed it until now. It's all this guy's fault. 4 months ago was the All-Star break, and the first rumors started to begin. I'm an Arizona native and began following the Yotes just as the New Year's losing streak began. It's all this guy's fault. Oh my god. But even through that, I loved watching them. I got my first jersey and even went to my first game against Vancouver at Mullet a week or two ago. And I've been super excited to see the talent we are starting to have. And I actually started getting ready to watch a full season next year. All of that has honestly been taken away if the Coyotes move. I'm not planning on supporting a team that isn't in my home state, and I don't even know if I'd continue to watch hockey if there is no team to represent my state. So basically, I ask this. If the Coyotes relocate next season, what are us Coyotes fans supposed to do? Do we continue to follow the relocated Coyotes? Are they even ours anymore? Do we just tune out? I've been saying exactly this. Does this guy watch my videos? Just kind of just said what I say. Splintering of the fan base. To each their own. Do whatever feels right for you. I'm planning on taking a break from the NHL. See? Hockey is my favorite sport, so I can't stay away forever. I have ESPN Plus, so I may click a game here or there to see if something sticks. Support for the Utah team is support for the Mormon church, and I just can't bring myself to do that. Seems petty, but I have my personal reasons. I have no idea what Salt Lake City or Utah is like. And I wonder, like, all these talks about Mormonism and, like, can they even drink alcohol? I heard, like, caffeine. Like, can they drink coffee there? Like, is that all true? To me, it's like, is this true or is it just, like, everyone dunking on a state like everyone always does? Like, what if this is like when Winnipeg relocated to Phoenix and everyone in Winnipeg was like, oh, Arizona is a bunch of cowboys and cacti and it's 85 degrees Celsius, 150 Fahrenheit, nothing can live, there's no plants, there's no greenery. Like, to me, it's like, is it like that? Or is it true, like, you can't drink alcohol and, like, you know, fool around not married? Like, can you do that in Utah? I don't know. I have no idea about Utah or Salt Lake City. I know they just hosted the Olympics like 20 years ago. All right. We can watch him. Just, I don't think the whole thing. What? There's a lot of prejudice towards Utah and their religious beliefs. Yeah, I guess he's catching up to what I'm saying. Yeah, like, is everyone in Utah have to conform to a religion? Like, how does it work? Is it like state law you have to be Mormon? Like, can you be something else and live there? Like, is that true? Like, where do I even find that information? You just have to talk to people from Utah. I've never met anyone in my life from Utah, which is funny and weird. The hockey guy. I really want to watch this video, but it would be boring just sitting here quietly watching it. How long is it, first of all? 16 minutes. Okay, let's just read his whiteboard. We'll read his whiteboard. The reason why I don't watch the hockey, only his power rankings. He puts things on a whiteboard, but you can't read them. To me, I know he says he does it only for himself, and it's not meant for the viewers to read it, but when I see a whiteboard with words, I want to read it. So that's why in my videos, you could always read the whiteboard. My friend who is Mormon isn't allowed to drink soda. What? So I believe everything you just said is true. You can't drink soda? Soda is bad for you. Soda itself should be banned. Like Coca-Cola and all that. Sugar is bad. Sorry. I was referencing watching the hockey guy video. Oh, so what did you say? We can watch them? I just don't think the whole thing. Well, I decided just to read the board, but I can barely read the goddamn board. Nay says, can't sell alcohol on Sundays and no beer above 5%? It's true. What if I just want to drink beer on a Sunday? I love just going to a park on a lazy Sunday and just having 2 beers outside. Like, only 2. Only 2. Okay, what's this guy saying? They could announce a move to Salt Lake City on April 18th. They could, agreed. League would pay $1 billion to Alex Morello, sell to Ryan Smith of Salt Lake City for 1.2 or 1.3 billion, and the owners would split amongst themselves that 300 million. So Morello gets 1 billion, and the owners share amongst themselves the surplus 200 or 300 million. Concerns over auction, will he win, and playing 3 more seasons at Mullet. I think it's more Mullet. I think there's no reason to think they're going to lose the auction. Like, why would... And even if you're scared about making them lose the auction, wouldn't you just wait and see for him to lose? Why would you pull the plug? I'm scared you're going to lose, so I'm going to pull the plug anyways. Just wait. Like, sure, you can think he's going to lose, but nothing happens. Like, you can make all the contingency plans now. I agree. You have 2 full months. Get everything ironed out, all the paperwork, all the lawyers, all the nitty-gritty details, and then June 28th, you say they're moving, and you're good to go. Why would you do it before the auction? You can't be like, I'm scared he's going to lose, so I'm just going to take the team from him anyways. Yeah. Sources tell Friedman Morello could get a 5-year window to bring the Coyotes back as an expansion franchise. NHL wouldn't want this to end up in court for sure. Bro, you have so much space to write. Just make the font bigger. NHL has told renovations need to be made. Yeah, okay. NHL has told Smith that renovations need to be made to the Delta Center in Utah. I already showed you guys a picture. If that is... Oh my God. Shannon, just write bigger, please. He has previously said I can't even read that. He would... Oh my God. Players are following these developments through social media. Not a done deal yet. Board of Governors meeting in June. Coyotes and NHL have no comment. Smith and Bettman have built trust over the last few years. Shannon, please write bigger. Please. Pockets Jazz. I can confirm it's true. I try my damnedest to trust Shannon. Will give an honest and unbiased opinion on the Coyotes, but there are times his Canadian views come out. Not being hard, just honest. That's fair. That's fair. I believe it is no alcohol above 5% as well, which includes wine. Wait, so that means you can't even have tequila? Or vodka? No vodka sodas? That is what it's all about. The NHL wants to avoid a massive lawsuit from the Morello family. That is the urgency of the league trying to broker this sale. Yeah, they're trying to be like, we don't want to go to court. We'll give you $1 billion and you can do whatever you want. And then they promise him an expansion. And then like in 2 years, they'll be like, nah, we were just kidding. Don't worry about it. You're not getting another team. I guess. Roadrunners. We talked about the Roadrunners. I read an article that the Coyotes relocate the Roadrunners would immediately relocate and play in Mullet. Yes, that's been rumored that if the Coyotes do move to Utah, the Roadrunners will play in Mullet. That would be strange. Okay, Twitter, roulette. 9. We got 9 new posts. Why? Why did it do that? Sidney Crosby. Want to watch a Crosby goal? Did he score or just get a point? Oh, nice goal. Oh, yeah. Who won? And Detroit or Pittsburgh? That's a really pivotal game for both teams. 4-3 going to the third period. I believe it's no alcohol above 5% as well. That includes wine. Oh, no one talked in the chat. My bad. My bad. Okay. It's getting a bit quiet. What about that thread with the... Yeah, see, it's popping off. I say by tomorrow morning this will have 500 comments, and I'll read through it again, and I'll laugh just the same. I'll sort through new, so I don't read the same ones. Goofy goose. Make quality of video not 240p. You will be able to read the whiteboard. I tried, man. I tried so hard. Now I gotta find the video. Why does he have 2 Vegas videos back to back? You shouldn't do that. Thumbnail etiquette 101. Was this the video? Oh my god, my battery's gonna die. I'm getting the power cord. Everyone's... Don't panic! We had the technology. And I see we have 24. We're one viewer away from a beer. Oh. You want to see my YouTube history? That's the only way I'm going to find this video again. Where's history? That's me. This is my stream. Oh my god. We were away from a beer. Where's that video? It's right here. Okay. Everyone calm down. I have it on a high def. 1080. I got 1080p, Goofy. I could read it now. You're right. Okay. Oh, yeah, he was right. I was reading it in 240p. NHL has told Smith renovations need to be made to the Delta Center to improve sightlines if that is to be permanent home for the team. He has previously said he would build a new arena for a hockey team. In 10 years, when Salt Lake City is getting the Olympics and the city will just pay for the new arena. Bettman, do not be swindled like this, man. Obviously, he could say whatever he wants. He's not going to sign a piece of paper unless he signs a piece of paper that says, I will build an arena. You're just going into a whole new situation that's literally the same. You're going to a new state with the exact same problems. It just doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't. You're leaving a state that's promising to build an arena and they're right there. They just have to win an auction to go to another state. Yeah, I'll build a new hockey arena. And then he just waits. Yeah, it's coming in 2034 when we get the Olympics and the city will just pay for it. Okay. Aslan. Don't be scared, Aslan. You can say whatever you want. Unless you had a spelling mistake or something. Okay. Oh, this is a Coyotes fan that's gathering a bunch of things. What is this guy talking about? Slim chance Salt Lake City gets another Bees team, but anything is possible, I guess. See Salt Lake Bees. So this guy just made his own divisions. And you're putting Utah in the Pacific along with the Avalanche? What is this? What is this blue division? That's like, why? Like, you just made it way too hard. Like, what are you doing here? Why is this a division? Oh my god. Oh, I think Aslan is a troll. We got our third troll in 3 hours. Or 3.5 hours. 2 hours yesterday, hour and a half today. Arizona had 30 years to get this right. Okay. Glendale 2.0 is Salt Lake. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. I can't believe this person took time and thought this was a good idea. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we're supposed to read that thing. So any new viewers who missed it, Coyote Central, not the Arizona Coyotes streaming service, a fan account with about 400 followers on social media posted this picture. So a fan account posted this picture. And it says, let the fans know we hear them and we are doing everything we can to keep the Coyotes in Arizona with a forever home. We feel their pain. It sucks. And we are sorry we have to go through with this. Signed Coyotes ownership. And then the official Arizona Coyotes reposted it to confirm it. To confirm that the ownership said this. It's inception. I have no idea what's going on. Why they would repost a 400 follower account. Okay, Aslan. Not a troll, man. Just stating what you 10 fans fail to see, bro. Okay, thank you. Nicholas. When the Tempe vote went no, I decided to become a Yotes fan since I was worried it would be a last chance I'd ever get. When the Tempe vote went no, I decided to become a Yotes fan. You got incredible timing, brother. I'm surprised how attached I got in just a year. You get attached very quickly. And thanks to channels like you. God bless. God bless, Nicholas. Oh, sorry. God bless. I don't know. Am I moving to Utah? Can't believe Utah you can't even drink vodka. Or like wine. Or like an IPA. Crazy. We've done nothing and we're all out of ideas. It sucks. Coyotes ownership. That's what I'm saying. Like this. I can't believe this is real. Sorry. Tell the peasants we are also furious with this $1 billion offer. Just absolutely furious. Tell them that. Coyotes relocating? No, I don't want that. Not for 10 years at least. What? It doesn't feel like a real statement because professionalism in statements has been a thing of the past for 20 years. Also, the double space. I hate grammar as much as the next guy, but simple editing is also a thing of the past with posts on social media. So many typos on Snapchat stories made by professionals. Like, does no one have any integrity anymore? Preach. Ugh. Let the fans know we hear them and we are doing everything we can to keep the Coyotes in Arizona with a forever home. We feel their pain. It sucks. And we are sorry they have to go through with this. And so that will be a 4-0 ball game. That's the same joke I read before. How does someone this stupid get a job? Not the owner. The people who got the email or text from the owner and thought, oh, this is the statement, and not the fact that they needed to write an actual good statement based on the sentiment of the owner sent them. I think this guy's got his wired crossed. Like, it was a fan account that just posted a quote, and for some reason, the Arizona social media just retweeted it. Pockets Jazz. The 10 years at least comment is an Attack on Titan reference. Yeah, I don't watch anime. You know, I think the only ones I used to watch were like Pokemon, Digimon, and Dragon Ball Z. You know, Aaron Hockey. I'm in Tempe and skate the ice den every week. There's too much conflicting info with news reports. Agreed, Aaron. Thank you. Eli. Avalanche and the Coyotes were in the Pacific Division back in the day. Yes. Yeah. I get that. But that Central Division with Edmonton and Calgary made no sense. Paul says he's seeing branding concepts online. I guess he's talking about the Bees, the Utah Bees, Salt Lake City Bees. It's unique, I guess, but Columbus has that bee sting as a mascot, like Stinger. This is a risky Google search. Stinger. Isn't this guy a bee? Do they still use this guy? Yeah, blue jacket is a bee, is a insect. I'm losing it. I am losing it. It won't be long till they let the cat out the bag and admit they're moving since they won't be making the playoffs. That doesn't make sense. What goes around comes around. Ooh, Winnipeg Jets being feisty. NHL statements are either written by lawyers with dubious word choices or written like a 7th grader. This isn't an NHL statement. Everyone here is writing on this statement, but if some typical corporate statement came out, it'd be mocked and called smokescreen BS. I agree. Anything the Coyotes do, people are just going to dunk and dunk and dunk on it. It's a wasp. Like a big fig wasp. Go look Cameron Cox's last 3 tweets. Am I going to get canceled for saying Cameron Cox? Xander, I thought Utah has an MILB team called the Bees. The Bees. Cameron Cox. I hate Cameron Cox. He used to be on TSN. He's bald, right? Not to say all bald people. I'm just saying. I think I just recognize him. Nope. Different guy. Totally different guy. Sorry, Cameron. Oh, he's from Arizona. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was totally mixing him up with... Okay, I'll tell you what I was thinking. Who I was... Damian Cox. Bald. There. See, I don't hate people. Come on. All right. First tweet. So he's talking about the tweet that I was talking about. Notice the Arizona Coyotes shared this from Coyote Central. It's presented as a quote from Coyotes ownership, but didn't come from their own account. Yotes declined to comment again on relocation talks a few hours ago. Then share this. So like I was saying yesterday and today, I think the Coyotes are barred from even talking about this situation. I think the NHL is barred from talking about it. And I think the Salt Lake City guys barred from talking about it. I think no one could talk about it. And then all these leaks are happening because no one could talk about it. And then all these signals and mixed wiring. It all gets mixed up together. And then they do shady stuff like this, like retweet a fan account with 400 subscribers or followers. Checked in with the team, asked, is this quote real? That a team official declined to comment, yet they shared it on social media. You just said the same thing twice. Come on, man. The Coyotes official Twitter account retweeted this, but then why would you say X and then say retweet? If you're going to go that X route, you got to say repost. Come on. Why would they retweet this but then decline to confirm if it was a real quote from ownership? Because of legal things. Because they can't come out and say they made this comment because then they would be breaking an NDA. What a carnival. You can't make this up. So they can't officially comment. So they're quote laundering. Literally. Because they're signed a piece of paper that says they can't talk. Xander, yes, I am a King Gizzard fan. Damian Cox was on TS. Oh, they even know Damian Cox. Okay. Remember when Patrick Mahomes said he wants the Coyotes to move to Kansas City to become the Kansas City Coyotes and thought they would be moving to the T-Mobile Center? No, I don't follow football. I'm sorry. The NHL Board of Governors meeting is in June, but they want to wait for June 27th land auction? Yes. Yes. You know what's weird? Look at the Delta Center in SLV on their hockey setup. The end zone stands. Yes, Aslan. I've had this. Aslan, this is it. Aslan, look at me. You're going to be spending $200 to sit in this seat. You're going to buy your 250 milliliter, 4.5% lager with a foot-long hot dog. You're going to see a breakaway. It's Connor Geeky in his first NHL game. He breaks through the hash marks, and you don't even see his first NHL goal. That's the future. That's the future of Utah. Oh boy. It's I think we've been doing this for like 2 hours now. Again, Guinness Book of World Records, the longest Coyotes live stream ever on planet Earth. 2 hours plus. Can't make this stuff up. someone... Oh, I got a little reply. It's finished. Incredible. I've never seen that. Oh my god, that's... I hate to laugh. That's incredible. That's originality right there. It's finished. I love Reddit. Asline reminds me of when Coyotes first came to the Suns arena. Yes, that's what we've been talking about for 2 hours. Cactus Jack. Utah Grizzlies play in their own rink and it's very nice. Isn't Utah Grizzlies basketball? Any pro sports team landing in Utah is doomed to mediocrity. God damn. I thought Utah Grizzlies was basketball. It's hockey? ECHL. I don't follow ECHL. Who am I thinking of? Vancouver Grizzlies. Where did Vancouver Grizzlies relocate to? Oh, where did relocate? Memphis Grizzlies. I mixed up Memphis and Utah. For shame. Penguins are winning. The Delta Center is garbage for hockey, just like the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Oh, we talked about Brooklyn and Barclays Centers yesterday. That was a funny moment. Except that Barclays Center and Footprint Center had one side of the arena with the obstructed view seats. Delta Center would be both sides. Thank you, Paul, with the facts. I'm down for 3 more years at Mullet. I want to see my abs come through down. The rink's 3 miles from my place. Agreed. Houston would have been a better relocation option. Surprised Fertitta did not make a bid. I don't know who Fertitta is. Memphis Grizzlies. No. Who is Fertitta? Billionaire. What do you say, Houston? To be honest, I would 100% rather, if they do move, it be Houston and not Salt Lake. Like, I could go to Austin, have a little fun in Austin, go to Houston. Are they even close? I don't even know. Houston. To Austin. Watch it be like an 8-hour drive. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. He owns the Rockets. Okay, thank you. Hartford deserves the Whalers back, or maybe Quebec. I don't even know how Connecticut would even have a team. That's like a fictional story. It's before my time. Anything else? What about the Coyotes? I got Discord. You know, I could open up Discord. Oh, I wonder... Oh, they're talking about... Okay, this is the fan Discord. It's in the description of all my videos. You don't have to pay for it. It's a Coyotes fan Discord. It's not mine. Jeez, guys. Oh my god, work, please. Do they talk about it? Oh, there's a countdown for the auction date. 76 days. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the Discord says. Hey, how you can you scroll? Yeah. Yeah, the more I think about this, the more I think, where's smoke, there's fire, but the smoke smells funny. Something about this whole situation seems really messy. Watch it be reverse psychology. Say they're selling and get fan backlash to show there's a loyal fan base that doesn't want an expansion, but rather this team. 8D chess by Yotes. That'd be funny. I've seen people say this is an auction tactic, but that doesn't make sense in my head at the moment. For me, a lot of people are freaking out and think they're going. I'm just going to drown it out. Again, they can't talk about it. I think they've both signed NDAs that they can't release official statements. Know the guy who made the original post. Can confirm. Oh, this guy know. See, this is why I gotta join the Discord. He knows the fan account Central Coyotes. Can confirm he talked to someone, but he can't say who. You gotta love. Oh, I love content. I'll just put the eyes. Oops. I don't think it's an auction tactic. Javier was very clear that if we don't win the auction, the team moves. I think the NHL and that Smith guy want to move the team sooner than that. I almost feel like this was intentionally leaked to pressure AM in some way. All speculate. Everyone has their own idea. This reads as the NHL trying to strip Alex of ownership and Alex clinging on for dear life. Sounds like a lawsuit. Fair enough. Utah. I hope that's a spelling error. Oh my god. Like, if the NHL is trying to strip AM of ownership, that could end up in court. If Morello is selling and getting out of the NHL completely, it might be a lawsuit from the state. That's true too. Like, what does this Arizona State have any say in this? Like, okay, the Coyotes went through all the processes to get the auction. They prepared a bid. The Arizona State Land Department had to approve the bid. That takes employees, personnel, money. You have to spend $16 million just to bid in the auction. You have to start the whole auction process, and then the NHL is just going to take it away, and then state land needs to be like, what? Like, we approved the plan, and the plan was the Coyotes play here in 3 years. And now this is being all, like, yeah, like, there's so many layers. Like, when does Arizona State get involved here? Because they're under the impression and the expectation that the plan is the plan, and now the NHL is just trying to pull the rug under the plan, the original plan. It's not like Arizona State will be like, yeah, whatever, just do whatever you want with this land. It's like, no, in order to have a bid in the auction, you need to have a firm plan, and it needs to be approved. So I don't even know. Yeah, that's crazy, man. If we lose our team because a bunch of fat suits in Canada can't send this site a mullet, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. True. Which is exactly why they're not stripping him of the team. They're trying to make him an offer he can't refuse. Yeah, but even if that's the case, there's possibility for more lawsuits than just between him and the team. This guy is bringing out some great points. The Jazz guy wants a team now. If he doesn't get the Coyotes, he has to wait for the Olympic Arena to be built. He was probably told if the Coyotes fail to acquire the land, he can buy the team. But there's a chance, probably a good one, that they get the land, then he has to wait. So if he, through the NHL, convinces Alex to sell the team before the auction can happen, the auction is no longer something he has to worry about. Yeah. There's too many layers, too many things going on. All right. Toyota Center hasn't been used for hockey since 2012-2013, which was the final season of the AHL Houston Aeros playing at Toyota Center before they moved to Iowa to become Iowa Wild. Well, I thought you meant Phoenix Discord earlier. Wolf, correct. Well, actually, the Arrows became the Iowa Stars. Well, it's not bad as the A situation. You guys are just having fun in the chat. You guys do you. Don't worry about it. There's an April 18th date final sale from Elliot Friedman. Aaron Hockey. That is the speculative date of relocation that hasn't been confirmed by anyone. It's all wrapped up in speculation, like everything we've been talking about. Okay, my crystal ball had been... What the hell does OOC mean? Out of commission? My guess, and this is 100% pure speculation, they have been trying to get Alex to agree to sell the team since that expansion letter came out. He's been stubborn, and it's getting close to 0 hour in that auction. They figured they could leak this and use the response as leverage, either because they say this would be entirely apathetic to the situation, or that we would be so happy to be promised a team in the future that they would all be fine with that. That's not what happened, though. Yeah. But in January, the expansion letter, like you said, was expansion, not relocation. And if this is all getting leaked to put pressure, it's like, what more pressure? Is it just pressure for Alex to win the auction? That could be it too. Like, they're doing all this as a contingency plan, but also behind closed doors, the NHL is like, leak this out, put pressure on Alex. It's do or die. He needs to know this, that this is it. And so it forces Alex to, if there is by any chance another bidder in the auction date, he has to outbid them. I always had this theory that the NHL would just give Alex Merillo money and be like, pay us back. Like, don't lose this auction. Whatever the bid is, we'll give you that money and just pay us back, like, as a debt. I thought that would be, like, pretty smart. No? Am I dumb? We're moving. They don't push the boat out this far without getting in the lake. Whatever Morello wants won't matter at this point, even if he's not on board. Very definitive in his thought process. If the NHL is so obsessed with not having the optics of Mullet Arena, just sign a fucking 3-year lease with Glendale, and they can't refuse. Glendale would refuse. I think they have too much pride, and they keep saying they have great revenues without the Coyotes. They just got the Rattlers as a new tenant. Delta Center isn't an upgrade the NHL thinks it is. I agree. Maybe the NHL hasn't seen this picture. Can we send this to Gary Bettman? Can we say, hey, Bettman, you're going to spend $200. You're going to have your 200 milliliter, 4% watered down lager with a full-on hot dog. And you're going to see you're going to see Maverick Lamoureux wind up for a dirty slapper. And the puck's going to go past the hash marks. And you wouldn't even know what happened. Did he score? Did he hit the post? Did he hit someone in the face? You'll never know. You'll never know. Okay. Might be a stupid question, but if the big problem here is mullet, would it not be cheaper and more profitable in the long run for the NHL to just build a new arena in AZ? Like, surely that costs less than $1 billion. It does cost less. They play another couple seasons in mullet. NHL pays to get an arena done. What are you talking about? Why would the NHL pay for a new arena when they have an auction coming up for a new arena? Not sure. Again, I'd refer to the daily tweet, which is what made me certain. The NHL does not reach this point where they say they're working through a complicated situation without the axe being on its way to meet the neck. The wild card in Alex Merillo really does relate to how badly he wants this to go for him. And whether he wants to get paid off to launder the team or whether he wants to lose many millions of dollars in a lawsuit, he'll lose. Jeez. I don't think they would play in the Delta Center. Where do you think they would play? They would definitely play in the Delta Center. Like, the new season's in October. Where else would they play? Someone who knows almost nothing about how this league works, management-wise here, how exactly do the NHL have power in this situation? Surely Alex owns a team. The NHL can't just force a team from him, which is why they're trying to give him a deal he can't refuse. He surely has a last say in everything involving the team. I'm not getting how the NHL can force him to sell. Well, by saying you're going to profit $400 million. That's how. Oh, Paul is just saying Don Mullet. The guy who the Mullet Arena is named after, just died. That's sad. Cactus Jack. It would make more sense if they play games where the Grizzlies play. Okay. You're making me do too much research here, Cactus Jack. Maverick Center. Maverick Center, Utah, Wikipedia. Okay. Okay, this isn't even better. 12,600. The Delta Center is 11,000. Again, it's the same thing. You're going into an arena that is not up to par, and they're going to just have to get a new arena anyways. But why would you build a new arena when the city is going to pay for its own arena in 10 years for the Olympics? You don't understand. The Utah Freeze? Okay, we're, what? Did this pot? Why is this pot? Warning. What warning? Why is there a warning? Is everything okay? Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay. But what power do the NHL have in court? He owns the team. Surely he can't just take it from him and force him to sell. The league always gets its way. Also, given that ASU is involved and they have 3 or 4 or 5 year agreement with the NHL team, I'm sure they would make things sticky. That is true. They got to break the contract that they signed with ASU. And does Alex Morello get the money back he paid for the upgrades at Mullet? It's like, there's too much. The whole thing about moving the Roadrunners to Mullet was likely posturing to ease any complaints ASU might have had. But yeah, NHL, let's piss off 2 markets for the price of 1. Going to court would probably result in a new arena before it's all said and done. The NHL really doesn't have much ground to stand on. What will be their argument? Mullet hurts Canadians' fees. Yeah, but you approved it. I agree. They approved 3 or 4 years. Like, why would you approve it? I almost wouldn't be surprised if this was a media blitz designed to make Alex out to be some mustache-twirling villain, so that the entire valley would turn on him and demand a sale. Can't say there weren't opinions on here that were essentially demanding exactly that. All right. Aaron. There's a report from Sportico. The NHL will wait for the June 27th auction. Bill Daly notes it's too hard to move the team before next season. Sportico. Bill Daly. What article are you talking about? This one from 7 days ago? Come on, man. We're talking about right now. Yeah, you gotta be more specific, Aaron. Is it an article from 7 days ago, or is it right now? Do they have a Twitter account? First one. That was 7 days old. Do you want me to read it? Like, I don't know how a 7-day-old article is gonna change anyone's opinions. This is their last stand. Yes, we know. There will be an auction the 27th for the club. They approved the auction. If not the winning bidder, we relocate, yes. I saw Javier's interview with ABC. There are willing takers for the franchise. The Utah Jazz owner asked NHL to initiate expansion earlier this year. Whether Morello would retain ownership of the team and moves is still the question. The Coyotes are worth $675 million, the lowest of the NHL teams. We haven't gone that far, Javier said. This is the only option for us to build a home. There is no other place for us to go. At this point, there's no call to make yet on Arizona, the Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly said in late March. We're satisfied with where we are. And certainly it's Alex's intention to go forward with the auction. What in God's name happened from the end of March? What happened in 2 weeks for this all to change? Like, I don't know where it is, man. Even last Friday, Javier goes on ABC local news. This is it. We're going with the auction. We relocate if we lose the auction. Everyone's fine with that. So what happened after Friday? What happened from 2 weeks ago? It just doesn't really make sense, and no one could say anything. I honestly think my original opinion from yesterday's stream, which was right now, the NHL, Alex Morello, and the Utah guy, they're drafting up sale papers, relocation papers. They're signing everything. They're dotting the I's, crossing their T's. They're getting Utah, Salt Lake City design brand. They're getting everything ready. They're getting the second schedule made. They're having all this contingency planning right now for 2 months. And then if they lose the auction, June 28th, they just have to say, we're moving to Salt Lake City. And right now, those contingency plans are happening, and it's getting leaked to media members. And media members think this is right now, and they don't think that it's just contingency planning that they have to do. And there's so much sensitive topics that maybe people in the meetings are leaking it to mainstream media and saying this is for real. Like, yes, it's for real if they lose the auction. That's where I'm at. It's like, if they lose, this is all real, yeah? Like, we all know that was the case. Javier said it Friday, that was the case. So, I don't understand what changed. Unless it's the Utah guy, like someone said in Discord, realizing once the Coyotes published the auction date, which was last Thursday, and then this past week, all this noise. So maybe the Utah guy got upset and was like, no, I don't want them to go to auction. I'll give you $1 billion, Alex Morello. And that gave Alex Morello some pause because he's like, okay, I'm being offered $500 million here. Like, do I take it? Let's talk it out. Maybe that's what's happening. And if that's the case, yeah, Alex Morello deserves all the hate he deserves. Where am I going with this? That's the weird part about it. Thank you, Aaron. The Coyotes have a multi-use plan that includes homes. Yeah, we know. That means the team will have to play another 3 seasons in Mullet. They have a lease to play there next season and options for the following 2. It's likely the team will play next season in Mullet, regardless of what happens with the auction. Wow. It's getting late to have a contingency plan, and he said the Coyotes likely couldn't be moved prior to next season. Oh my God. It's too much, man. When you don't have all the information, your mind just goes wild. Like, how is this real? What happened in 2 weeks that you suddenly move an NHL professional franchise? Like, I don't even know. The team's losing a substantial amount of money playing each season in Mullet, Javier said. I don't think they're making more money than they did in Glendale. He declined to place a solid figure. Sporticle says it's mid to high 8-figure range. Okay. Alright, that's enough. Well, that was interesting. Thank you, Aaron. That was a good article to read, even though it was 7 days ago. It's nice to see how in just 7 days the whole world has turned upside down for this. Oh, and the Red Wings tied it. Interesting. We'll go back to the Discord after the... Did the Coyotes finally run out of fucking chances? God damn. It's not really their statement. It's a screenshot of a tweet from another account. My thinking is they can't legally say anything right now. We're on the same page. Eli, something is off about this. I know. It smells that smelly smell. It really does. I said that before. As I said before, I feel like the Utah guy sees this as his only opportunity to get a team now instead of 5 to 10 years. I agree. So he's pushing it. When they get the Winter Olympics bid and the arena built, so he wants a team now, doesn't want to wait, and so he's making an offer Alex Morello can't refuse. It could be as simple as that. It honestly could just be money. And Alex Morello's like, yeah, I'll just take the $500 million. I mean, why not? If someone came to you with $500 million and you're like, I'm old. How old is Alex? 70 years old? Oh, whoops. 1964. What is that? Someone do the math. 60. He's not that old. He's close to retirement. This is probably his last hurrah to do anything big. What do you say here? The inclusion of the guarantee of an expansion makes it look like they believe he's going to win the auction, in which case Smith has no longer any chance of acquiring the team. But why would the NHL even entertain it? And the NHL's dumb for even entertaining it. But do they get a... I don't know. And while the NHL has broached the expansion topic in the past few months, that was likely a trial balloon to gauge interest in other markets. Guy from Houston has apparently been meeting with the NHL recently, also Atlanta. There was something this morning about the Board of Governors being not thrilled about the sale of the Coyotes and possibly doing some expanding here very soon because of it. This forced sale would only net the owners $300 million versus the $1.2 billion they'd likely split in expansion. I have faith and confidence in Alex Morello to keep the team in AZ. Oh, it's finally someone. I said earlier, I think we're hoping for a different reaction to use as leverage. Turns out, despite what people like to say, the fans of this team absolutely love this team. Another thing to consider, we've heard about this $1 billion offer before. We also heard he rejected it. I don't remember that. They're trying to sweeten the pot to get him to move. He may have been considering it. The last 24 hours may have completely derailed what they're going for. It's all moving so fast and so slow. I agree. It's like you refresh and something is new. But then at the same time, it's like, no, I didn't learn anything new. If last Friday Morello said that June 27th is the start of the auction date and maybe Ryan Smith is getting impatient and offers him $1 billion to purchase the team, that makes zero sense. To me, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense that the NHL would give that any validity. But I don't know. Nothing makes sense. So it's a different perspective of the situation. Like if this Utah guy was like, oh damn, they're gonna get the land and I'm not gonna get a team for another 5 years. Can I just pay for this team? And as PD said in yesterday's emergency podcast before the game, in 2004 we were told to look for housing in Portland. 24 hours later, Wayne Gretzky is part owner and we're staying. We need Shane Doan to come through at the 11th hour, just like Wayne Gretzky. Even with a $500 million profit to shove off, he's got a team now. Why would you sell just to spend that money again in a few years for expansion? Ain't no free rides, and the NHL owners wouldn't give him more. Yeah, I feel like no matter how you look at this, it's not good for Alex. Oh, my chat disappeared. Let me get back to chat. Okay. Wonder if Alex has any old Vegas mob ties. Jeez. Breaking kneecaps would be a great demotivator for the NHL. Where's Wayne Gretzky when you need him? In Niagara Falls selling wine. What's the general saying? Nothing. Take a gander at PHNX. Take a gander. Take a gander. You gotta pay for this Discord. Folks, don't leak this out. Okay. Those of us who grew up as fans of other teams will make it just fine. But that post Patrick made a Minica just now, that hurts so bad. What post? Whatever. Okay, now they're going to talk about the post. I can almost guarantee that this tweet was Alex Merlo's son. All he had to do was start with 100 acres or deal with the tribes. That is true. Or the original ASU deal. If he cared about the feelings of Coyotes fans, he would have acted differently. He might care, but he cares about his side projects more. Yep, I said that earlier this stream. His primary focus isn't the Coyotes in the arena. It's buying land, creating an entertainment complex, and condos, real estate. That's all primary. And the 100 acres comment, when they made that tweet with the arena and the two eyes, googly eyes in December, that's when they put in a bid for 200 acres. And then the state land department came back and said it will cost this much. And then they have to redo their bid for 100 acres for $68.5 million. So if they just went originally with 100, the land auction would have been already done. Because they wasted 2 months redrafting that bid. 400 acres. That is true. I will say this, though, that if by some chance he gets the land, builds an arena, and they expand around 2027, I'll be back. Wow. As much as I dislike Alex Merlo, I love hockey more. I'm not going to choose being right over being happy here. I'm old enough to remember Cleveland Browns fans saying they never support a new team. When the first team moved to Baltimore, spoiler, they all came back. Yeah. Rumor. Yeah, I know it's all rumors. The Coyotes almost moved to many places. Portland in 04, Hamilton in 08, Saskatoon in 09, Seattle in 2010. Yeah, and all those probably didn't even have NHL regulated arenas. I 100% get what you're saying, but if Alex Merlo, who gets the expansion team, it would be akin to Art Modell restarting the Browns of Cleveland, and there is no way Earth Brown fans would have accepted that. Let me ask the channel this. If Morello says, I had to sell the Yost to Smith, but I'm committed, I'm keeping the Roadrunners, I'm honoring my Lisa Mullet, we're keeping pro hockey in the Valley, I'm going to win that auction, I'm going to work tirelessly to bring the NHL back here in 3 to 5 years, how would you react? Why did you have to sell? Because they wouldn't allow you to play a mullet anymore? If that's the case, then it's the NHL's fault. Why did they approve the original contract with Mullet? Why did they let them play there for 2 seasons? Why did they even let them leave Glendale and go there? Maybe the NHL should have said, hey, stay in Glendale, man. Stay in Glendale. Don't go to Mullet. Like, maybe they should have said that. Like, then it's just the NHL that's just like, why would you do this right before the auction, too? Like, you had so much time to do this. Yeah, that'd be tough. Yeah, and then you're watching the best AHL team in the league be a pipeline for a team that's not yours anymore. Does a quality AHL team in a nice new facility like Mullet, one that's likely to win a lot over the next few years, does a team like that help keep hockey community on life support? Does that bring about investment in youth hockey and community rinks? Yeah, it's tough. Portland was 1989. I'd support the AHL affiliate of any other team, just not Salt Lake. Who owns them is immaterial to me. If we learn anything about U.S. sports culture recently, it is you have to be in the big league or it's not worth it. And the AHL won't cut it, especially if it's just to bring players up for another team. Do they have to rebrand to the Tempe Roadrunners? But I will say this, if someone will listen, I'll keep talking, and that's a promise. Even if it's just a few of us on FaceTime or thousands of us on PHNX. Damn. I've been digging into the Coyote Central account on Instagram. This is the account that made that weird-ass quote that the official social media reposted. They call themselves a journalist, but all they do is post stuff like this below, a pregame graphic and a postgame graphic for every game. I looked at their Patreon too. He says that he is 21, but has allegedly been a journalist on Instagram for 6 years. He has made 17 posts since 2022. He has no inside contacts, I guarantee you. So then why would they repost it? Oh my God. I didn't want to hear that. Is it time for beer tonight? We were close. I said 25 people. The most we hit was 24. Sorry, man. I don't know. Pockets Jazz. Pierre LeBrun's tweet really makes it seem like relocation is only a possibility. What I find strange is PHNX is only trusting Savrali and Friedman. The problem with PHNX is that for the first time, they're being kept in the dark. And I don't think they like that. Especially Craig. I don't think he likes that he has no leads and no one's talking to him. Well, people are talking to him. The people that talk to him are like, we don't know what's going on. So you go to Elliot Friedman, who's probably the most credentialed journalist of mainstream media, and just believe whatever he says. But even Elliot Friedman isn't well connected with Alex Morello and ownership group and all that. The Coyotes social media sites like to retweet random things. Ever notice how it's just always cryptic with no substance? It's always something to keep you hanging on, just like a con artist would do. I don't want to believe they take pleasure in our pain, but unless something miraculous happens, I'm of that thought. This echoes my feelings about the situation exactly. Being in a highly emotional state now, I'm like, hell no, I will never support the imposter Coyotes if they come back. But I know that 5 years on the road, I'll be craving professional hockey again. And it's very likely I'll welcome them back with open arms. But who knows? It's 5 years away. Anything could happen. You can't really make decisions now for 5 years from now. Okay. Eli the Wolf. The arena in Saskatoon is a Sac Still Center, and they were extremely close to coming to Saskatoon, but the WHL Saskatoon Blades owner did not want them. That person blocked me on there when I talked too much about the arena on that channel in February, and now it's all that has been talked about in there. I watched both Frank and Elliot's interviews. Both didn't sit well with me. The Elliot and Frank interviews, they were talking like it's for sure happening. And then nothing happened for 24 hours. So let's go back. Yeah, everyone's saying he had any intention of going to the auction is kind of... Yeah, everyone's saying he never had an intention of going to the auction is kind of crazy. No billionaire will willingly throw money into a fire. I agree. He always wanted to go to the auction. But probably not primarily for the arena. Okay. Is anything new? Is this over? Oh, who won? Pittsburgh won. Wow. Let's watch this. OT goal.
Crosby on, leaves for Raquel. Raquel to the net. Oh, and Kane cut him off. Lyon had to make the save. Crosby's got it. Carlson firing. He scores. Crosby's got his 1,000th.
This is funny. Watch this. Hold on. Let me cook. Okay. Now imagine you paid $200 and you're in this seat. And look, right to the right of the Zamboni, if from the Zamboni driver's perspective, just scooch a little to your right. That's Erik Karlsson. You're going to see that slapper wind up. You're going to see him fully. And then he makes contact with the puck. And where'd it go? What happened? Did he score? You have to watch it on TV. You have to watch it on this. You have to see the goal here. You can't see it. You're going to have no idea where the puck is. Look at this dirty slap. And you're going to miss that. You paid $200. And you just missed this puck.
He scores.
I think that's it. I think that's it for tonight. If we'll gamble again, we'll roulette. We got 23 posts. Please, Mr. Morello and Javier, we need my team here. You have no idea how much this team means to us all fans. I love this team so damn much. My kids love this team, yeah. Seems like we will live to see another day. Give this guy a follow. He's pretty funny. He talks like a Zoomer. I don't know if he is a Zoomer, though. Okay, I think we're done with Twitter. How about the Coyotes Reddit? So I think that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Another great night. I think this one went much better than yesterday's stream. I don't know when I'll stream. Next week's pretty busy because I got the season review on Thursday morning. I got the Howell Awards Friday. Is that April 18th? Oh my god. So like, I wake up Thursday morning ready for a season review and it's potentially doomsday. Do I even do a Howell Awards then? Oh my goodness. So yeah, next week's pretty busy. Probably won't do a live stream, but you know, we got the lottery simulator with the chicken wings and hot sauce, tequila, the 3rd annual. Watch a man die live on stream while he simulates the lottery. I wonder what logo they'll have. Will they have the Coyotes logo or a Beehive logo? But I think I'll stream some more. This is some fun stuff. Maybe talk about playoff hockey. Or talk about more Coyotes rumors and stuff. So I think that's it. Thank you, everyone. This was great. Thank you, everyone in the chat. And have a good night. I remember last time I ended it, it ended abruptly. So I think I have to wait like a delay and then end the stream. So I'm just going to wait and then end the stream. Thank you.